Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check-in. Happy Valentine's Day if you're celebrating, or even if you're not. I decided to do this reading. It's still going to be a classic read, but the questions we're going to be asking, we're looking at the energies of divine feminines and divine masculines. When we look at it separately, will be about kind of energy towards love, right? Like attitude towards love, where the twins are, whether they are focused on a karmic relationship or a soulmate or a twin, right? We do learn from each and every intimate relationship where we open up, where we're trying to be ourselves, where we're really dedicated and committed to it. So it's going to be equally important in order to see how far the twins have come on the love journey, right? And that is ultimately the main mission that we have here as twins. Even as light workers, you know, my personal opinion, I keep saying that our heart is our biggest gift, and I do believe that. And it goes through like with every and any theory and philosophy that you can think about of how the energy works and how our giftings work and how can we actually share our light. It all starts right from our heart center. So let's use this opportunity, even if you feel like this is just a made-up holiday, it doesn't really mean anything. We'll use it to ask a question and do that temperature check. I am, as you can see, in a new location. I'm now in Princeville. It's still a Kauai island, wonderful Hawaii. Still a rainy island. But I've actually just checked in a couple of hours ago, had a bit of a rest, had my lunch. Now I'm doing this and I'm gonna head out for a walk to kind of look around, see what's going on, hopefully find the beach before it gets dark. Wish me luck. And yeah, I will probably experiment a little with different angles, but I like this one because of the lighting most of all. This is a lovely studio. It has so many beautiful angles to it, but let's start with the easy one. And of course, when I have a table, I want to use a table. You know me. Okay, so let's start with the Oracle deck. It's the Whispers of the Ocean, and yes, I'm wearing my cover up for the beach because I'm going to the beach. Trying to optimize, you know, it's a busy day. It's a Monday for me, so I don't have time for several outfits. I will do something special tomorrow though. I will give myself some sort of a treat in terms of like, I don't know, it could be like giving myself a massage. I have my massage gun with me, and I can do a more thorough massage, or I'll buy a scented candle. And I was thinking about it actually, now I remember about it. I was gonna do it. Yes, I was gonna do it in Kauai because like my whole stay here is like 10 days. I only have about half of it left, but I might still do it, right? And it's nice, and I know you guys like a candle when I have it at the reading. And although candles are, you know, they take a little bit different note here because you pretty much always have something open to the outside, so it's not like the candle scent stays inside, and you know, you can kind of like breathe and, you know, get that scent into your senses, and you know, maybe have some interesting experience with it. It kind of like goes out because you have everything open pretty much, but it still works. Okay, so what do we have for Divine Feminine right now? On St. Valentine's Day. Hardly anyone says scent anymore. I noticed that even a few years back, like maybe 3 years ago, was a lot more like scent Valentine's. Right now it's just Valentine's. Okay, so for Divine Feminine, and here, spoiler alert, I have a curtain. It's a very true to life drawing of a banana tree. Yes, like for real. So I will find a way to do a reading with that curtain as part of my setting. It's beautiful. Connect to Source, number 47, which is 11. Ding, 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 ding. Go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. create the shift. You see that, divine feminines, especially if you are in a position where you're looking for love. And it can be a romantic relationship, it can be just a close relationship, like on any level, right? Create the shift in you, go within, connect to source. This is kind reminder, wink wink. Okay, let's see what we have for divine masculines now. Oops, that's too many. Let's do this again. And yeah, I'm still thinking about when I'm gonna use the crystal deck, because it turned out to be glossary of crystals. So I mean, they give you a couple of ideas of how to use it in a reading when you're asking questions, but yeah, I'm still kind of like, I need to get there. Maybe I'll do it a couple of times for myself and then I'll do it for you guys, but I'll definitely be using it while I'm in Hawaii, because my number of decks is limited here, and I just got a new one that I'm carrying around with me in my luggage, so I'm definitely gonna be using it. Wow, I love this so much, and 21 is one of my lucky numbers. Enjoy the journey. It's also a number of the new beginnings. I mean, I was born on the 21st of the month, so it's kind of significant for me that way, but also it's the new beginning. Enjoy the journey, love it. Look at all the color of the action. It's like a party out there under the sea party. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. I think I'm actually gonna send it to my DM when I'm congratulating him on the holiday. Yep. This is beautiful. I love it. Okay, let's see what we have with tarot here. And I like even that you guys can see so much of the table and you can see the spread. This is beautiful. So now I'll lay out 9 cards. Today will be like that. And the first 3 cards will be where is divine feminine in terms of attitude towards love and opinions towards love. Then we'll see attitude of divine masculine towards love. And then we'll see where the twins are in the connection right now. And then, of course, I have my, I brought this deck for oracle messages today. So I will pull some. I usually use them as messages from DM to DF, but I decided I will do it both ways today. I just felt guided to use it, so why not? I mean, they are kind of karmic messages, kind of like the, what do we call it? The monkey brain kind of ideas, but they're also like, you know, it's like a level up. It's like a 4D message, right? Like, they're called the messages from the other realms, I think. But there is awareness about the issue, right? So that's a big deal, actually. And we can all use more of that awareness, I would say. All of us, really. Okay, so what do we need to know about the attitude of twins towards love? And we start with an 8 of Cups for the feminine, the Emperor, and the Sun. I love this so much. From the masculine, 3 of Swords, right off the deck, 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Nice. Healing and restoration, and I love them. I haven't noticed it before. The solar plexus chakra here is shining in this deck in 7 of Wands. Love it. And what about the connection at this time? The Devil, the King of Pentacles, and 6 of Wands. Wow. Working through some karmic blockages towards success in public, towards being able to be in public. Now look at that, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. And we got a power couple, Emperor and Empress. It says double confirmations. Well, not double, you know, this is extra confirmation for someone. If you had some doubts if the person you are watching the reading for is your twin or not, this is your confirmation. These are the ultimate cards, like twin flames in their integrated energies. And I like that that's the underlying energy. And we actually have been noticing that underlying kind of feminine vibe in the air of like setting the scene and asking the twins to surrender and experience, right? And even these cards that we saw today, be in the now, connect to source, right? it's still all about being present and allowing, rather than necessarily trying to change what's going on. Very powerful DF energy right now. The middle card is also my timing card. So 3 of Wands would mean 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks is an important timing for the twins. In 3 weeks, it's basically beginning of March. There will be another full moon there. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, so we've got, I'm gonna show you the cards, 8 of Cups, the Emperor, and the Sun. So look at this, if we treat it as a journey, which I'm guided to do it that way, DF is walking away from something that shines, that is glittery, that looks nice, but doesn't really provide much of a, you know, like it's a very small cup there, or plate, right? In this case, it's a cup, but you know, kind of looks more like a plate. It almost even has fire in it, but it's just not enough considering the ocean here and like the surrounding, right? If you look at it at scale, it's nothing. So Divine Feminine is walking away from something that doesn't make her feel good. Looks good, but doesn't make her feel good, towards the Emperor energy. And it's very important that this is the energy. And I love actually that there are 2 major arcanas here, because this is something that's divinely guided, and that's something that's a lot more spiritual, that what we can touch, what we can see, what we can think to ourselves, right? It's something, if you don't choose this, it's like you're attracted by a being of that high vibe yourself, and B, by picturing that energy and that feeling, right? And that brings me back to the subject of creating the image of that significant other, that match, right? And even if right now you are not watching this for your twin flame, but for your, say, soulmate that you're in a relationship with, it's similar, right? It's like the ultimate, the high level soulmate is supposed to be the person that makes you this happy. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, right? That's the ultimate goal. It's not someone who will look good on a picture, or someone who your parents approve of, right? It's not even necessarily the big opener here. It's not even necessarily who you thought was your type, or who you used to go out with, and you're like, yeah, we had fun, yeah, I guess I like guys like that, or gals, or whatever, right? It's about energy. And then suddenly it's like, you realize, nope, I want something else. And that's the connection with Source that helps you realize that. And when it means I want something else, or recognizing what you want, it also means that, how do I say it? It doesn't mean that it's necessarily all rainbows and unicorns, you know? It doesn't mean that it's gonna be perfect and stress-free 100% of the time. None of that. But it means that A, you can handle that together in a healthy way, and B, you can grow from it, right? You understand that those things that are being put in front of you, they challenge you, but in a healthy way. Even if you feel insecure, it's something for you to look at, right? To see why, to see how, and keep doing the check whether this is still healthy, right? You can do both, really. But even whether it's healthy or unhealthy, and maybe the person you're watching this for is a karmic partner, and they're in your life temporarily for a specific lesson, you're still learning, right? Regardless of that. It's just that if when you're doing the check you realize it's not really healthy, then that part is kind of like, oh, okay, yep, that's karmic, and this is obviously the lesson, right? But in any case, that experience can lead to this healing and happiness. And it's also about healing. And look at that way. Actually, it's interesting because we have solar plexus for the masculine, it's just that it's minor arcana. And we have solar plexus chakra, but in a major arcana for feminines. And it's like one under another. It's beautiful. It's empowering, really. Okay, for the masculines, Three of Swords, Three of Wands, and Seven of Wands. So here we see a lot of wishful thinking. And with Three of Swords here, I mean, there is this person in crisis and like crying out loud, kind of screaming her lungs out kind of idea, right? So there is a lot of pain and disappointment. That's what I'm getting. Even more than literal pain, but it's still breaking your heart, right? If you've trusted someone, if you've committed, and then it's something very different that you imagine, or they keep saying they love you, but you want to believe the words. Wow, that's interesting. But then with each experience that you have together, you realize that it doesn't ring true from the way they act, the way they treat you. This is for DMs, right? So then there is a wishful thinking that it's gonna get better. Then, you know, there's always hope, and people change, and, you know, just need to set us up for success, right? And we'll be fine. But the truth is, and this is all kind of like this melting pot, I would say, for DMs to work through some of their inner issues. A lot of them from childhood, both the wishful thinking and the broken heart, actually, like the abandonment issue and all that. Okay, I'm still a little sick, so I might be sneezing. I apologize in advance. At least I don't cough, so that's a progress. But essentially what it's driving DM into is finding that cure within themselves, right? Empowering themselves and finding that place of peace, of inner peace, right? Because there's so much of this flashy stuff around. It can be good, it can be bad, they can feel strong, then they can feel weak, another moment, right? They need some sort of a baseline, and they are getting to the point where they're gonna create it for themselves, right? Like things that are constant, and the ways they're gonna bring themselves back to the constant, so they can see clearly. They can be rational, but not in a there we go, not in the egotistic way, but in an authentic way, you know, like a wise ruler. And then in the connection, I started talking about it to see the Devil, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So yes, twins are still working through some karmic cycles, and they're both aware of it, which is great. Not necessarily that, you know, understanding the whole chain of events of like how this particular situation is helping me over there with my person. No, but it doesn't matter really, as long as it works. And you know, the universe is presenting those opportunities with this Devil card, with the major arcana, right? The temptations, the exams, the tests, sorry, and just the underlying that none of us are really fully healed, right? As much as we think that we've done a lot, and we have, there is still a lot more to go off. It's also a journey from being judgmental of others to focusing on your own glory and, you know, spotlight. And again, not in an egotistical way, and that's the art here, right? But again, in a loving way, where you can feel that you have all that power and resource to share with people. That's where King of Pentacles comes in, right? King of Pentacles is the master. They're successful, they've got it all. The titles, the belongings, the bank account, the property, everything and anything that they want, right? They know how to get it, and even if they give it all up tomorrow, they know how to make it again, right? So there is no stress and no hustle over it, right? This is when you can be relaxed and fully focus on what you do, where you are going, not even thinking about judging others, whether it's your twin or a karmic or a complete stranger that you know have done wrong, and you're like, okay, so that's how you do it. I'm not, like, I'm above all that, right? This is a tempting thing to say and to think, but it's not really gonna lead you anywhere. And I would say from my own experience, it's best to live through it and let it go the same way you would from any negative emotion. This is not necessarily a negative emotion in this case, but it's just another one to live through, acknowledge, and let go, right? It's like, okay, I don't do stuff like that. I would definitely take a high road in this case, or whatever, right? Acknowledge it for yourself. You know, say something nice to yourself, acknowledge it. Yeah, I'm above that, like, I've done my homework. I don't pull crap like that on people, right? And let it go. Let that person go, wish them well, wish them do better in the future or something, right? Like of that kind, but you know, purely something good, and release. Even your own judgment, that's what I mean. Okay, messages. Let's get messages from Divine Masculines first of all, to Divine Feminines. There's so much going on these days. I'm overwhelmed with all the information, not even counting the fact that I'm sick and I'm just feeling a little bit like a vegetable anyway. I know, all gonna be fine. At least I don't have to meet people these days, so that's good. I mean, for other people, obviously. I don't feel good enough for you, so I run. Yeah, so that's all that Three of Swords, Three of Wands cycle that they're going through. What else do we have here? Please give us another message from DM. I was in denial of this connection. Yep, similar type cycle. Okay, and now a message from Divine Feminines to Divine Masculines. Kind of karmic cycles they're going through. Anything else we need to know? Thank you. This magnetism between us drives me insane. And that could be part of that devil energy and temptation, actually, right? For a lot of twins, this is like the initial fire that they feel, like that magnetic attraction, right? The physical tension and passion. I needed to make sense of this connection. Yeah, you see, if any Divine Masculines are watching, DS also were in denial. They also, in their own way, they also had to make sense of it. To understand why you, why now, why in this way, why does it hurt, all of those things. So, my dear twins, I'm gonna finish the reading here. I congratulate you all on this holiday, and I wish you to multiply the love in your life every single day, not just today. And of course, I'm sending you my love, and I'll know, and you know that I'll be back with Meridians very, very soon. Love you.